Good morning. Are you guys ready to get messy? You're going to have glitter everywhere after making this card, but it is so worth it. Look at how beautiful that is. I'm hoping that you guys can see the sparkle on this. It's like a well-glittered card that you would purchase from Hallmark. I mean, seriously, this is just gorgeous. Now, I'm not going to lie, the glitter does come off, but I don't think it like rubs off. I mean, you're going to get some just because it's extra fine glitter, but it is beautiful. And I think it gives a lot of bang for the buck. And you're going to be surprised at how you get this effect. Or actually, it's not an effect, it is what it is, how you get this card to be so glittery. And then I used this beautiful sheer ribbon. I picked out one for this card too. So this card, obviously, I wouldn't put in an envelope and send in the mail, but sometimes you have to have some of those in your stash too. This would be a card I would hand to someone, or I would put on a gift, or I would, take careful care and put it in a present or something like that. So this is not something that I would mail by itself in the mail, but it is gorgeous and it is super easy to make. You guys are going to be surprised. So let's go ahead and get started. The key to this one is a used dryer sheet. Seriously. And it smells good. This is a Bounce one, but it doesn't matter what brand, it doesn't matter. You could just use a dryer sheet and you want it to be used. So how great is that? So you need that. You also need a card front and a card base. So my card base is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. It's barely scored, but it's scored. And I'm just going to go ahead and burnish this. I wanted my card to open a top end card because of the stamp set that I picked. It needs a little longer area. So that's why I did that. So that is the base of the card. So let's go ahead and get stamping. I picked this really pretty, it's called Remarkable You set from Stampin' Up. Now, I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, but that's not why I'm doing this series. I just want to show you guys different kinds of cards, and it's so much fun. So I don't always plug my business in this, but if you guys are interested, I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and this one is called Remarkable You, and it's one of 2 boxes that you get, because you get 2 other flowers as well. But I'm going to use every one of these 3 that I have in this box, and I'm going to start with my flower, and I just want to stamp this in black. And you probably want a scrap sheet underneath. So I'm going to just get this inked up. And I want this flower to be probably about right here. So you see how I even wanted it a little cockeyed? And so, you put it where you want it. Just like that. And then I'm going to clean my stamp off. The wood block stamps get a bad rap anymore because of all of the see-through stamps, which are fabulous. But sometimes I really just like wood, and this is how I learned to stamp, and I really like it. But it is hard. It's not hard. It is more difficult to see where you're stamping. So you kind of have to imagine it and then put it down. So that's what I'm doing with this. I want these leaves to go off to the side, but I don't want them to touch my flower. So I'm just putting this down, and see how I needed some scrap because my stamp goes past the cardstock and onto this. Just barely. Oh, up here too. So just like that. And then it has the sentiment, "You are remarkable," which I think is beautiful. So I'm going to stamp that up, or ink that up. And then I'm going to put that up here in this corner. So I'm doing pretty much the same card as I showed you, but I'm doing a different color card base, or card front. So I used actually this blue before, and now I'm using a purpley one. And I just happened to have ribbons that matched both, and that just worked out beautifully. So there's our card, which is lovely just on its own, honestly. I mean, if I had this on here with this ribbon, it would be a lovely card. But we're going to make it even better. So before I put anything down, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to need some tacky glue. This is just something I got at the craft store. And you're also going to need Dazzling Diamonds, which is a Stampin' Up! Glitter. You just need microfine glitter. And I think that's what this says. Ultra fine and loose. So that's what you need. And I think that the clear one, or whatever, the diamondy colored one, is probably the best for this kind of a card. I mean, try other things. If you want to use a colored card or a colored glitter, try it. Maybe that would be really pretty on a white base. Heck, I might even try it. Sounds good. So I'm going to get out this is my box that I use when I'm inking or doing something that I know is going to get messy. If you do it in a box, it really kind of helps adhere. And I have already sprayed in here, and it's no longer tacky, so that's kind of good. It's a little bit tacky, I guess, but this will prevent the spray from getting everywhere. So I'm just going to spray my card. And I know you're looking at it and going, oh my gosh, Tammy, you just ruined it. But you didn't. And this stuff stinks, so just keep your window open or something. I actually have mine open right now, even though it's cold. And the card that I demoed, I sprayed it again in a minute, so I might do the same. Now I'm just going to try to line this up with the edges so I don't have so much to cut. With this edge, and then with this edge. And then you just want to flatten it out on top of the card. And that tacky glue will make it stick. And then you can use your cutter, and it will cut this just like paper. And you have enough to do another card if you want. And I have a feeling you'll want. I'm thinking of trying a different color glitter. And you just do that. And it gives it a really cool texture. So I'm going to save that, and it smells so good. It really does. I'm going to spray this again. I don't know if this is a necessary step, but I can't imagine that it wouldn't be. So I just do it just because I want to do it. I'm going to spray this again with the Tacky spray. And it just takes a light coating of it. I'm finished with my box. Put that down by my feet, which is where I store it. And I'm going to want a scrap piece of paper or my glitter page, which I haven't been using recently. And I'm just going to cover this whole card with glitter. I mean, what could be better than this, right? And I ran out. I'm all out. Not really, you guys know. And then, so I'm going to take it and carefully go down toward the end that didn't have any, and look, it's all covered now. So I'm going to put this to the side for a second. I haven't like hammered it out so I get all of the glitter. I'm trying to save as much as I can, so I'm going to carefully put this to a fold. And then I'm going to put the big loose ends in there before I try to do some more. Okay, so then now I can tap it some more and try to get some more out. And you see there's a lot left in there. And then I can take my little paintbrush and guide all of that right into the pot. And I'm not kidding, you're going to have glitter for days. Oh, I might not even put the lid on yet because I haven't tapped this. So this is still full of glitter. I haven't tapped it like loose, all the loose glitter. I'm going to do that now. I'm just taking my bone folder and just tapping it. That gets off a lot of the loose glitter. And you can see there's quite a bit, so I want to save that too. See how much that is? Put that in my pot. Now I'm good with that, and then I just brush that off with my hand into the air, let glitter get everywhere. And I'm going to be glittery for days. But it's so worth it. Because this is what you have. Isn't that beautiful? And depending on the angle, you can barely even see that I have put anything there. That's wild. Okay, so now I want to make sure that I have my card opening the right way. And I know I got too much ribbon, but I wanted to get more than I needed just to make sure that I had enough. And I'm going to put this here, and then I will tie the ribbon. But before I do that, I think I'm going to put some glitter on, or not glitter, I don't need any more glitter. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And I can just use my regular snail adhesive or regular adhesive. Use whatever you like. I'm going to put an extra couple of strips down that way because I don't really want to turn the card. I'm just trying to not move the card any more than I have to. Just because I know that it's all coated with glitter. And I don't want all the glitter to fall off. And I want this to be a little lower, actually. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm just so mesmerized by the glitter. Well, I don't think I got any glue down here at the very bottom. So I'm going to just take some of this tear and tape. And I'm going to put it right here at the bottom. Underneath the ribbon. There we go. And now I'm going to take this and I'm going to tie it in a bow. So I'll tie it in my base knot first. Goodness, you know what? This isn't sticking very well. How about I use tear and tape on this too? I think now that I say that, I think I did use tear and tape on my original card. I'm sorry, guys. I did it yesterday and I didn't remember that I did that. So just wherever it's lifting up, I'm just putting some tear and tape. Okay, that should be good. And then I'm just going to tie this in a bow. And then I'm just going to play with the bow to make it what I want it to be, the size that I want it to be. This one needs to be pulled just a little bit. All right, and then, oh my gosh, I have some tear and tape over here on the side. I'm going to tuck that in. I'm going to take my bone folder. There we go. And then I'm going to take some long scissors because this is wide ribbon, and I'm going to cut it at an angle there and there. I love that sound of fabric cutting. And there is our card. And it is remarkable. So very pretty. I'm hoping that you guys can pick up on the glitter. And the image shows a little bit better on this lighter colored card, just so you guys know that. I mean, in case you're wondering, I wouldn't use a really dark card. And even this one, it's hard to see the image. I can see it, but it's pretty difficult to see it. And this one, it's easier, for sure. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys try this technique because it is a lot of fun. And it's just, the results are just amazingly beautiful. So thanks, guys. Bye-bye.